Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of John Matrixx Talks Movies. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me. Today, let's talk about Star Wars and Screenrant. They have their 10 most powerful Jedi in the galaxy. Now you'll be happy to know that Rey is not on this list. Thank goodness. Now, it is a little bit controversial to me. I'm mainly talking about like the top 7, but we're gonna go through this list here, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on this. Actually, the first couple, I really don't care to really mention them very much because we all know that they're not in the most powerful Jedi category. So let's go down here. Number 10, Aayla Secura. We only saw her briefly in the prequel trilogy in the movies. She has more of an extended role in the Clone Wars TV show. And that's all I'm really going to say about her. Number 9, Kit Fisto. Same thing as Aayla Secura. You only saw him a little bit in the prequels. He was pretty much killed by Sidious very, very fast. But he is a pretty cool Jedi. Check him out in the Clone Wars. You don't get much from him at all in the movies. Number 8, Shaak Ti. This is another Jedi that we don't get to know very well in the movies. However, she does have an extended role in the Clone Wars. And she's actually pretty much the Jedi in charge on Kamino. Check that out in the Clone Wars. Now, this is where I start to have a problem. Number 7. Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn to me is very, very underrated. To me, he was a very, very powerful Jedi. He is the one that actually discovered that there was life after death and that he was able to regain his form. Well, at least not in a physical form, but he is the one that actually taught Yoda, and Yoda taught Obi-Wan. He is the master of all masters when it comes to the afterlife of the Force. He is too low on this list. Number 6, Ki-Adi-Mundi. Yes, Qui-Gon Jinn should be ahead of this Jedi right here. If you watch the movies, you really didn't get too much from him. You didn't really know how powerful he was. He really didn't even see the clones about to kill him. He was caught off guard from that. Well, Obi-Wan was too, but he actually did survive on that. But I think we can all agree that Qui-Gon Jinn should be ahead of him. I'm thinking the only reason why he is ahead of Qui-Gon is that he was on the Jedi Council. That's the only thing that I can think of. Number 5, my man, Mace Windu. Now, if there was ever a Jedi that was on the dark side that wasn't on the dark side, it would definitely be Mace Windu. This man was about to assassinate the Chancellor in cold blood, even though the Chancellor deserved it because Palpatine was a Sith Lord. He was the only Jedi Master that actually was able to survive a one-on-one battle with Palpatine, even though he technically died. But I think in reality he did beat Sidious before Anakin stepped in and chopped off his arm. Now, you saw that Sidious wiped out the other 3 Jedi really, really fast. He struggled with Windu. Windu is, I think he's very, very physically strong with a lightsaber. Now, as far as his knowledge of the Force, I don't think he's on Yoda's level, but he is extremely powerful too as well to me. Let's go down to number 4, Anakin Skywalker. Yes, I do believe that Anakin is the most gifted Jedi of all time. Anakin never reached his full potential, and he fell to the dark side at a very, very early age. But we all know that even Obi-Wan said that, Anakin, you're a much greater Jedi than I can ever possibly be. And he was right about that. I mean, when Anakin was in Attack of the Clones, he was actually saying that he was actually ahead of Obi-Wan as far as being a Jedi. He felt that Obi-Wan was holding him back. And, we've seen this before with geniuses, where geniuses are smarter than their teachers and they know it. Even the teacher knows it. So I guess they can kind of butt heads like that. But Anakin, only if he was able to reach his full potential, that would have been very, very interesting to see how powerful he could have become. Number 3, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Love Obi-Wan. He is definitely the most wise Jedi in the galaxy. Was he more powerful than Anakin? No. Was he smarter than Anakin? Absolutely so. Because when he said, "Don't try it, I have the high ground," Anakin became overconfident and he failed. He lost to Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan taught Luke. Obi-Wan learned how to become one with the Force thanks to Yoda. And we will get to Yoda here in just a minute here. But Obi-Wan Kenobi, this is a man that defeated Darth Maul when his master was taken down. He defeated Darth Maul when he was a Padawan. And his Jedi master Qui-Gon Jinn fell to him. And Obi-Wan learned everything from Qui-Gon Jinn. That's why I think Qui-Gon Jinn definitely has to be top 5 and not number 7. I think he's definitely top 5. Number 2, Yoda. Now, when you want to talk about most powerful Jedi, Yoda. I'm talking about Jedi that reached his full potential. Yoda should be number 1 on this list. Absolutely. I mean, he stood toe-to-toe with Sidious, and Sidious was scared. Let's be real. He was scared. He was trying to, get away from an open area to get Yoda in a smaller space where he had a better advantage. But Yoda, so powerful with the Force, he's the only Jedi that I've ever seen that actually deflect Force lightning with his hands. No other Jedi that I've seen has been able to do that. And also, he is very, very wise. He has such a deep, deep knowledge of the Force, more than any Jedi. But he also learned from Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn has to be in the top 5. That's why I don't agree with this list. And number 1, Luke Skywalker. Now, I love Luke Skywalker, but Luke Skywalker is definitely not number 1. Luke was not more powerful than Yoda. I think you can say he was probably more powerful than Obi-Wan, maybe. Definitely not Anakin. No way he was more powerful than Anakin. But see, that's where the sequel trilogy really destroys Luke. Luke was pretty much disappeared from The Force Awakens, and we saw Luke as a quitter in The Last Jedi. Now that is all canon. We never saw Luke as a fully trained Jedi master that we know that he was. So there's no way I can put Luke number 1 on this list. No way at all. He's not better than Yoda. Obi-Wan is kind of iffy on that. Can't put him above Anakin. Mace Windu, I don't know if Luke is just our favorite hero. So we've kind of been blinded by him being the hero, and we never looked at his actual skills as a fully trained Jedi because we never saw him thanks to Disney and Lucasfilm. So we don't really know what Luke's full potential became, but we did see him as a would-be homicidal maniac that wanted to kill his nephew. But that's the list. I don't really agree with it in the order that it is in. Qui-Gon Jinn definitely should be higher. Luke is not number 1. I would definitely have to move Yoda into that number 1 spot, with Anakin probably number 2. Luke or Obi-Wan at 3. It's kind of hard to tell. But that would definitely be my top 3. Mace Windu, probably right where he should be, but I'm going to put Qui-Gon Jinn probably at number 4 because of his knowledge of being able to come back after death. The first Jedi that found that secret. Something that the Sith was really, really looking for, but they never quite achieved that. So, Screen Rants, top 10 most powerful Jedi in the galaxy. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. If you're new here to the channel, please hit subscribe to catch future videos from me, and we will catch you on the next video. John Matrixx, out.